let's start this video off with a little rant. So buckle up, get your popcorn, whatever you need. But to put it straight with you guys, Mattel lied to us. On the back of Oliver Lightload, a hauler that actually got released, they show number 20, Ben Crankleshaft, who I have right here. Hey, Ben. And then 21 was going to be a brand new Piston Cup racing hauler, View Zeen Hauler. And unfortunately, he was axed by Mattel. And he certainly was not the only one. On the back of Ben Crankleshaft, you could see the Vitaline hauler and the Gasprin hauler. And even these weren't the only haulers to be canceled, because at the Peterson Automotive Museum, they had a cars exhibit in like 2011 or 2012 where they showed those three haulers, the View Zeen, Vitaline, and Gasprin ones, in addition to a slew more. Tank coat, toe cap, fiber fuel, retread, the list goes on. And I mean, there were cars, not even haulers that were canceled as well. Basically, Mattel was like, we're going to release all this amazing stuff before Cars 2 comes out. It's going to be great. And then they're like, oh shoot. Cars 2, that's like a whole new movie. That's going to be a lot of stuff. And that's going to be way more profitable than these obscure characters like Kit Revster and View Zeen Hauler, who no one really knows about. Fimic Missile, View Zeen. So yeah, they shifted their priorities. It makes total sense, but they certainly just over projected what they were capable of. And that's the disappointing part, because they put so much into these. Like, as you can see, I have a physical prototype of one, and quite a few of them leaked out. As you guys know, I have a semi for Gasprin as well. I have a semi for Easy Idle. I have a semi for N2O Cola. I have a semi for Fiber Fuel. All of these haulers were canceled. Easy Idle and N2O Cola, those, I'm not sure if they were going to be released as singular haulers like, View Zeen, Vitaline, and Gasprin. I think they were going to be released in those team ones where the racer and the wide pity was included, because we also know that, I have both of the wide pitties for those teams because they were supposed to be in those sets. The other funny thing, I know this is really dragging on, but there's a lot of cool information with this. But in the 2010 collector guide, you go to the hauler section, and the people who made this collector guide, sure, there's a lot of canceled stuff in this guide, but they were way more conservative with what they put in this book. They didn't even have images for Paul Valdez, Shifty Drug Hauler, Chet, Oliver, and Ben, because that is how early they made this booklet. They didn't even know about View Zeen, Vitaline, and Gasprin. And in fact, I don't even think the Vinyl Toupe hauler, the Vinyl Toupe hauler is not even in this book either. Now, there's one that obviously was canceled, Shiny Wax. He was canceled 2009 and 2010, so that's really sad. But it's just odd that they didn't have, Vinyl Toupe in this book, yet they had cars like these jamokes who never even saw the light of day. Like, those ones never even saw diecast versions of themselves. I think actually one of them did at a San Diego Comic-Con. I think, well, it wasn't the correct color. There was a different colored one of these, like Sandband's model, but I think it was like the red one that was shown at a Comic-Con. Anyway, welcome to Canceled Car Tuesday. You like that 3.5 minute intro? Just a lot of good stuff to share with you guys. And this is my jam, so yeah, that's just how it's gonna be. I recently acquired this, as you guys may know. I mean, if you're watching this years from now, cool. But this is January of 2023. I just got this. I included it in a prototype haul, which I'll link in the description below, and card suggestion pop up in the top right-hand corner. So check that out, because you'll see a bunch of other cool stuff that I recently got. There is the View Zeen Hauler, maybe in the Cars movie. Obviously, the semi doesn't appear. The hauler, like the trailer, kind of appears like for a split second, maybe in the entire row. Get out your microscope. Some of them appear a little bit more prominently than others. So I'll try and put a picture there if I can find a good one. Or I'll just put like a picture of the entire row and let you guys hunt for it. Super grateful to get this. I got this, through a great friend who helped me get it. Now, the person who actually sold it to me, thank you. You might watch, I don't know. But the person who helped me, again, you know who you are. I'm sure you're watching. Thank you so very much for all of your help. And yeah, because these things have dried up. There is one on eBay right now, but for the majority, these canceled items, especially from 2010, it's dry bone value. You just can't get them. Like, say you have $1 million and you're like, hey man, I'll pay whatever you want just to get this. Tough luck. You can't. They just aren't available, man. Like, it's that tough. So when you have the opportunity to get it, you cannot squander that. You have to, you got to have a little bit of reserve cash if you're on the hunt for these canceled items. And a lot of people always ask me, how do you get these? You just got to be at the right place at the right time, know the right people. And so I think one day I might make a video kind of going more into detail about that. And it's something you can't really teach or show or anything like that. But maybe I'll do like a little eBay hunt where I actually try and go through eBay listings and try and find and uncover some of the better deals, because there are canceled cars and prototypes on eBay pretty much at all times. I mean, sometimes more than others, but they're out there. Like right now, Miguel, Shooteroki with Flames, Eric Wheely, J. Kirby Gremlin with Weapon, they're all out there. They are all there. The Easy Idle Pity, even this guy, he's on eBay as I'm talking for a boatload of cash and a kidney, but he's there. So I guess if you are a millionaire, you can probably get this one. So you do have the View Zeen logo there on his hat. Now all of the Cars 1 haulers have the white background behind the logo on their caps. And so it does kind of get a little yellowy over time. I mean, even on the release ones. And so I'm glad that they did away with that for the Cars 3 haulers. And it's more of a Mattel, or no, it's Disney and Pixar's decision than Mattel's. But I guess I'm glad for Disney and Pixar. Now this is a great hauler in terms of coloring because the plastic mouth plate here, albeit not perfect, is a very good match for the die-cast metal body. You take a look at N2A Cola, who I reviewed, maybe the last year and a half or so. It looks horrible. I mean, I know it's considered technically a prototype, but I don't suspect that the release version would have been much better. I mean, you look at this, you look at the cap, they're completely different shades of purple. I don't even know if it's fair to say that that is purple. That's like more of a magenta, right? So the plastic pieces on the View Zeen cab here match the die-cast really well. He's got your typical silver wheels there. 39 on either side, silver smokestacks. Now, unfortunately, mine is missing the back bumper here. I've never seen a hauler miss this part, but you can faintly see that there is a line right there. So this piece can come off. And it really is unfortunate because, I'm missing out on the mud flaps, which have decals. I'm missing out on the license plate, which certainly would have been cool to have. Undoubtedly, I want to know. I really want to know what View Zeen's license plate is, what his number is. Let's take a look at the base here. It just says Disney Pixar China. All of these, in fact, just say Disney Pixar. This one says Mattel Inc. Does it say Mattel Inc. up here? Oh, it does not. That's a little curious. Somebody's going to be like, it's a fake. It's not a fake. But yeah, that one does say Mattel Inc. Let me look at my other ones here. Yeah, so the Gasprin one doesn't have Mattel Inc. That makes sense because Gasprin and View Zeen are definitely more tied together than N2A Cola. And probably, Easy Idle doesn't have it either. Interesting. What about Fiber Fuel? He has it, so it's really just a toss-up on who has the Mattel logo down there. Interesting. Fiber Fuel Semi I do need to review for a Canceled Car Tuesday, so that will happen one day or another. Gotta space him out though. But I guess Fiber Fuel Cab's probably a little upset at me right now because I've had him for like 3-4 years. I just get this guy like a week and a half ago, and he's already being put in Canceled Car Tuesday. I don't know. Just all about how I feel, I guess. All about the feels. But yeah, not much else to show with him, obviously. He's a fantastic looking car. I love him. One of my favorites now, just naturally in my collection. The expression is a little bland, especially when you compare him to like the Gasprin one, who looks like he's about to murder somebody, and kind of same thing with N2A Cola. They both have very, very nice expressions, but View Zeen does not, and that is okay. So obviously I did bring out the entire team right here. We have the Motor Speedway of the South version of Ryan Shields. In fact, this is indeed the one from the Motor Speedway of the South with Mac Icar. only 4,000 or only 1,000 exist. I was thinking it was like Super Chase for a second. But View Zeen cabs got them beat in terms of those numbers. But they look fantastic together. The color matches very well. By the way, I hope you guys are liking the new table, the new review table. I put down the terrain, I put some cacti back there, some plants, and obviously changed up the building. So hopefully you guys like it. I'm also doing this video in 4K. I figured the amount of money I spent on this car, I probably should give him, the due process and record this video in 4K. I also have a custom View Zeen pity here, which is very nicely done. Used an orderly pity actually from Rescue Squad Mater because the base color is that teal, which perfectly matches the sub color for View Zeen's branding, like you can see here on the toolbox, which is also a custom. Corrective windshields. Lovely. Yeah, it's one of my favorite custom pities that I have. And of course, then we also have a custom hauler. So this custom hauler from Jim Scavenger was tiding me over until the fateful day came that I was able to obtain the real thing, or at least, a portion of it. And this is one of Jim Scavenger's best haulers because of the fact that the color, again, is really perfect. It's not, I guess, 100% perfect, but he didn't paint the Semi, so that, and he didn't paint the trailer either. And that's what makes it so efficient. He just took the Cars 3 bumper safe hauler, which was already a great match, and converted it into View Zeen by adding decals. And that is really what Jim Scavenger does for a lot of his custom haulers. If anything, he'll just paint the Semi cab and he won't touch the trailer because painting that much of plastic is not fun from what I know. But I don't make customs, so I can't really speak too much. And then, of course, I brought up Michael Roeder and Buck Bearingley, the future generations of View Zeen, who eventually replaced Ryan Shields. And the team looks pretty happy. Maybe one day I'll do a team View Zeen review. Although I probably will wait until I get a crew chief. I think I had a crew chief at one point, but I didn't like it, so I sold it to a friend of mine. I know I'm horrible, aren't I? But yeah, I think when I get one that I really like or something, then I will do a team View Zeen video. But for now, this will suffice. Let's get a nice little setup going here. You guys let me know in the comment section below, what is your favorite Piston Cup sponsor? It's probably a question that comes up quite a bit, but I don't think it still gets asked enough. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you, as always, for watching this review. I mean, like I said, it's one of my favorites, Sexy View Zeen Hauler, who I will have probably named in the title of this video, but I hadn't looked into that just yet. Or you could suggest a name in the comments below. As always, thanks for the support. Happy Canceled Car Tuesday. See you next time. Bye now.